What is up, Mouse Fam? Welcome back to another video. With Halloween just a few days away, it means Oogie Boogie Bash at Disney's California Adventure is in full swing. With that being said, we're going to take a look and rank every single treat trail with a character at Oogie Boogie Bash. So join me as we rank all 9 treat trails. Let's jump into it. Alright, before we get started, a couple parameters. We're only covering treat trails with characters in it. So there are a couple rare character meet and greets at Oogie Boogie Bash, such as Bruno and a few others. Merlin, we will not be covering any of those. We're only going to be covering the treat trails with a character in them. There are a total of 9, which is the same as last year. So we're going to rank all 9 from last to best. Also, with that being said, none of these are negative. Usually in my rankings, I have a couple I don't like. All 9 of these are pretty fantastic characters. Only one of them, number 9, I'm 50-50 on. The other 8 are all incredible. So these are really tight rankings. So if one of your favorite characters is lower on the list, don't take it personal. I love all of these character meet and greets, but everything has to be ranked, so something has to come in lower on the list. With that being said, coming in at number 9, Madame Mim, Disney's The Sword in the Stone. This is the only character meet and greet I was pretty iffy on. This is back in Hollywood Boulevard near Avengers Campus. And in 2021, this is where the Mad Hatter Treat Trail was. And I was a massive fan of the Mad Hatter Treat Trail. So my ranking here for Madame Mim might be because I'm a little disappointed that Mad Hatter did not return. But I just felt like this was a character that Oogie Boogie Bash kind of went half-hearted with. There's not a whole lot of good backdrop. The facade is pretty lame. Madame Mim, the character, does a great job, but there's just not a whole lot of interaction there. I'm also not a big fan of the Sword in the Stone, so maybe that affects my rankings there. Again, I don't think this is a bad character treat trail. I just think it's the worst of otherwise 8 great interactions, so it comes in at last place. Coming at number 8, Mother Gothel, Disney's Tangled. Now, like I said earlier, this one, number 8, all the way through number 1, are fantastic character treat trails. I would do these multiple times if I could, and I think are great character interactions, so they all deserve a positive score. Unfortunately, the only reason Mother Gothel comes in lower on the list is because I don't think her facade is that great, and I wasn't a huge fan of the character that I got, but the ambiance around Mother Gothel is amazing, so in that regard, that probably should bump this up even higher. Just the whole smoke and the spooky factor going on at Grizzly River Run, the queue is just freaking amazing. So the Mother Gothel treat trail itself is amazing, but I don't think the Mother Gothel character interaction is as great as it probably could be. Coming in number 7, Dr. Facilier, Disney's Princess and the Frog. In my 2021 rankings, I had Dr. Facilier really high up in my top 3. Unfortunately, they had to move the character because of someone higher up on this list that is new. So Dr. Facilier didn't get quite the nice facade and backdrop that it got in 2021. So that bumps Dr. Facilier down a little bit, but this is still an amazing meet and greet. The treat trail itself isn't great. It is on the water of Paradise Bay, but there's nothing really cool to look at. Dr. Facilier is right on the main walkway too, so you can kind of skip this treat trail and still see Dr. Facilier. So that's bonus points for this character interaction, but I don't think the treat trail is that great. The character itself, the actor playing Dr. Facilier, incredible, 10 out of 10, one of the best in the park. Unfortunately, it just stinks that the facade and the backdrop got a downgrade from last year, so that's why Dr. Facilier has to come a little bit lower on this list, but this is an absolute must-do. Coming in number 6, Agatha from the MCU's WandaVision. Agatha is a returning character from 2021, and honestly, this is a freaking great meet and greet. Really great character trail. I don't really care about the candy too much in this trail, although I don't really care about the candy in any of these trails. But in this one especially, I'm just here for the amazing ambiance at Avengers Campus. They really do a great job with Agatha's setup. She's really high up on a really cool tower. They have Sparky's little gravesite there. This is just an example of a really well done meet and greet character experience that Imagineers and the people behind Oogie Boogie Bash put together pretty quickly because it debuted in 2021 with the show. So this is an amazing character experience, a must do. Unfortunately, it doesn't come up any higher on the list because it is a returning meet and greet experience from the last year, and the facade could probably be a little bit better, but with that being said, still an amazing character experience. That brings us into our top 5. Coming at number 5, Cruella from Disney's Cruella and 101 Dalmatians. Just from character meet and greets alone, this is would probably come a little bit lower on the ranking, but the Cruella facade and backdrop is absolutely incredible. You can find her at the Hollywood backlot, and set up with all the dresses and everything. It's got this very punk rock scene. It looks right out of the Disney's Cruella movie. It is just absolutely incredible. I could stare at this set for 15 minutes and take in all the detail. Obviously, Cruella, the character, does a really good job too. It's nothing incredible, but she's really fun to interact with. She'll talk to you for a long time, which is fantastic. You can get up super close. So the Cruella character experience is a fantastic one at Oogie Boogie Bash with an amazing backdrop. Coming in at number 4, Maleficent from Disney's Maleficent and Sleeping Beauty. This is another returning one from 2021, just like Cruella and Agatha, and Maleficent is absolutely incredible. The best thing going for the Maleficent character experience is how creepy it is. Staring at Maleficent and talking to her feels legitimately freaky. It might be one of the scariest character interactions on here, maybe on par with Zombie Captain America from 2021 and number 1 on this list this year. Maleficent is just an amazing meet and greet. It's a really good treat trail that's over in Grizzly Peak Airfield. It's hard to come into words with how spectacularly creepy meeting Maleficent is. The actor does an incredible job. Spooky, really good backdrop, really good facade. This is a fantastic must-do treat trail. All right, that brings us into our top 3. Coming at number 3 is my number 1 from 2021, and that is Sid from Pixar's Toy Story. Sid was my number 1 from 2021 because of how original and out of the blue this was. All of the characters at every Oogie Boogie Bash do a great job of talking and interacting, but Sid brought it to a next level. He just absolutely roasts every single guest that comes by. And there's one of the Sids out of the 2 that's there that is just the most amazing actor of all time. A perfect portrayal. And luckily that actor is back this year.
You look scared. Why are you scared? Scaredy pants. Why are you a dog? Look, I like dogs. I'm a dog named Scud. You gonna say anything? Oh wait, you're just a skeleton, so you don't have brains.
Sid is one of those treat trails that I don't care to do too much in terms of walking through the treat trail, but I could just stare and watch from afar and just see Sid roast people over and over and over at Pixar Pier. So for that reason, Sid comes in super high on the list. He doesn't come in any higher because his facade and backdrop is a little bit of a letdown compared to some other ones on this list. It could be a bit better. And he is obviously a returning character from last year. But Sid is one of the best character interactions Disney has ever done. Coming at number 2 is, of course, the namesake Oogie Boogie from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Obviously, this is what people come to. This is what people think of when they think of the character treat trails at Oogie Boogie Bash. And Oogie Boogie always delivers. The best part of Oogie Boogie is the facade and the ambiance. You go in through the animation experience building at Hollywood Boulevard and you just take it all in. An amazing backdrop. It looks straight out of the movie. And it's pretty insane that Disney pulled off this character. It has so much movement, so much fluidity, and it's an actor in this huge costume, but you wouldn't even know. It honestly feels so lifelike and real. The voice is spot on. Everything is spot on with this. Oogie Boogie is one of the best character interactions Disney's ever done, and an absolute must-do at Oogie Boogie Bash. All right, that brings us into our number 1. For anyone that has been to Oogie Boogie Bash in 2022, you already know the answer here, and it's a pretty clear one. Ernesto de la Cruz from Pixar's Coco. This was an easy number 1. It doesn't even come close. Ernesto would probably be number 1 on almost any ranking or list that you could do of character interactions at any Disney park in the world. Just freaking mind-blowing. The costume, the display, the spookiness. Most character interactions, they don't let you sit and watch, but you can with Ernesto de la Cruz. They have a side area to watch, and he will stare into your soul. Until you ring my arms again, remember me. It's so creepy. The actors do an incredible job. The set design, the costume design. I could not say enough words about this character and this treat trail. I forgot, honestly, that it was even a treat trail. All I remembered in my mind was just staring at Ernesto de la Cruz as he just looks into your soul and sings to you. If you have not been to Oogie Boogie Bash or you're thinking about going, Ernesto de la Cruz is worth admission by himself. One of the greatest things I've ever seen in a Disney park. And it rivals Villains Grove as one of the best things at Oogie Boogie Bash. So he easily comes in at number 1. All right, guys, that is our list. Let us know in the comments what you agree with and what you disagree with. If you have done Oogie Boogie Bash and you've met all the rare characters outside of the treat trails, let us know down in the comments what you thought of those. because there's only so much limited time, so you can't really do everything. Did you see Merlin? Did you see, the Fab 5 characters and their great costumes? Did you see Bruno? Let me know. And you can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Ranking the Mouse. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.